I'm sure all of you are waiting to hear about Dasaratha after the story of Shravan Kumar. So, before I tell you about Dasaratha, let me tell you about his kingdom. His kingdom was called the Kosala, and Kosala was a beautiful kingdom. It had abundance of crops, it had so many trees, it had lot of green trees, and it was a beautiful place. The kingdom of Kosala had the capital of Ayodhya, and that is where Dasaratha lived. He had his beautiful palace in Ayodhya, and the people of Ayodhya were very happy. So Dasaratha had three wives. One was called Kausalya, one was called Sumitra, one was called Kaikeyi. But he had no sons. Kausalya had a daughter who was called Shanta, and she was given away in adoption to a king called Ramopada. But Dasaratha had no children apart from that. So it was Dasaratha was a worried man. If he did not have sons, who would rule the kingdom after him? As he was very worried, he was always brooding. Then one day he got an idea. He said, okay, let me conduct an yagna and I will pray to God to give me children. So he consulted his rishis Vashishta, and Vashishta said, yes, Dasaratha, that's a very good idea. So to conduct this yagna, we should call the most learned man. Do you remember when the Anga dynasty had a drought, severe drought and famine? King Ramopada brought Rishyashringa from the forest to do prayers. The minute Rishyashringa stepped into the Anga kingdom, it started raining heavily. So we need to have a man as noble as Rishyashringa to come and do this yagna. So let us go to the Anga dynasty and ask Ramopada and to send Rishyashringa to come and do the yagna. So King Dasaratha was very happy and he decided to go to the Anga kingdom. So he collected a big number of people along with sage Vasishta. He took this horse and he went to the Anga kingdom and requested Ramopada, please, I want Rishyashringa to come. You remember when your kingdom had a famine, Rishyashringa came and did pujas here, and then you got the rains. So please come with me. So Ramopada easily said okay, and he went into the forest. They met Rishyashringa and brought Rishyashringa into the kingdom. Then they started the yagna. The yagna is to be conducted in a very clean environment. Like how, and they do a lot of chanting. Like how in our Hindu households we read shlokas, we do the mantras and we pray every day. There's a lot of chanting to be done when a yagna is conducted. So Rishyashringa came and he set up the Yagnashala. Then he called all the invited guests and the very learned sages came and sat around the Yagnashala and they started reciting the mantras. Now what happened during this time? Let us wait and see. In my next thing, I will tell you what happened when the Yagna was conducted.